They told you the Great Chicago Fire destroyed everything, but when you look closer, the story doesn't add up. What if what we've been told was just a cover for something far more extraordinary? Look at these photographs, before and after the inferno supposedly swept through in 1871. You see a city reduced to ashes, or so we're told. But then, just a year later, the new Chicago rises from the ruins, gleaming stone facades, ornate arches, and buildings that look as if they've weathered a century of wind, rain, and time. How can structures, said to be freshly built, already show the wear of generations? The math doesn't add up, unless they weren't new at all. Zoom in, and the truth becomes harder to ignore. The so-called new buildings of 1872, with their soot-streaked cornices and eroded stone, don't bear the marks of hasty reconstruction. They look like relics, unearthed from the past, not raised from the ashes. These aren't signs of a city being rebuilt. They're signs of a city being revealed, layer by layer. The official narrative says the fire destroyed Chicago, but the photographic evidence hints at something stranger. A city replaced, not reborn. Let's dig deeper into the impossible timeline of Chicago's resurrection. Official records insist that the city was rebuilt in just 2 years, a feat that still boggles the mind. Blueprints from 1870 and 1873, when compared side by side, tell a silent story. The old and new street grids align perfectly, with blocks and building footprints unchanged. How could a city, supposedly devastated, emerge again in the same exact pattern, unless the truth is that it was never truly destroyed? The answer, some suggest, lies in the energy ley lines that crisscrossed the original city, lines that align with the so-called Tartarian grid. It's as if the old city was mapped and built with a knowledge lost to modern times. The fire, then, becomes not a tragedy, but a pretext, a way to explain the widespread digging, the removal of debris that was, in fact, the uncovering of hidden foundations and buried halls. Workers' diaries from the era whisper secrets. They brought us here not to build, but to uncover. Imagine being one of those laborers, descending into streets where the ground gave way to chambers and passageways, their origins unrecorded and unexplained. Nowhere is this more evident than in the story of the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition, the so-called White City that astonished the world. Officially, these grand neoclassical structures were built from the ground up to celebrate Chicago's recovery. But rare construction footage, carefully preserved, tells a different tale. Time-lapse photos show workers not assembling facades, but removing layers of earth from already complete colonnades and domes. There are no marks of fresh construction, no piles of bricks, no scaffolding. Instead, there are pristine stone surfaces, immaculate and ready for display. The foundations show no mortar joints, no evidence of recent assembly. It's as if these palaces had simply been slumbering underground, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. A confidential memo from 1892 surfaces. Dispose of all pre-excavation photographs. Why erase the record if there was nothing to hide? And what of the demolition records after the fair, which describe anomalous materials carted away at night, under heavy guard? The official line is that the White City was torn down, its grandeur too fleeting for permanence. But what if the truth is that these buildings were not built for the fair, but uncovered for it and then discreetly buried or dismantled once more? Fast forward to today, and the mystery deepens. In 2023, a group of urban explorers in Chicago stumbles upon something extraordinary beneath Millennium Park. Copper wires, thick as a man's wrist, running deep below the surface. These conduits, mapped with modern thermal drones, pulse with dormant energy that shouldn't exist, according to the city's records. The wires connect to nothing above ground, but when traced, they align almost perfectly with the ancient Tartarian grid. Utility maps from this year confirm what shouldn't be possible: inactive power lines running beneath the city's heart, their origins predating Edison by half a century. When voltage spikes ripple through these forgotten veins, they match precisely with electromagnetic pulses recorded in Siberia, the same phenomenon documented in previous investigations. Electricians, baffled by the find, admit, these conduits shouldn't exist. The wiring predates anything we know by at least 50 years. What were these lines meant to power? And who designed this network, hidden beneath our feet? But the most chilling revelation is that Chicago was just the beginning. Across the world, similar patterns emerge. Satellite images reveal other rebuilt cities where catastrophic fires or disasters conveniently erase the old, making way for the new. In London, preparations are underway for the 2026 anniversary of the Great Fire, coinciding with a massive, unexplained renovation of the city's core. In Tokyo, the latest earthquake retrofits are unearthing foundations that don't appear in any modern blueprint. It begs the question, is your city next? As streets are torn up and buildings renovated, what are they really digging for? Check the blueprints. They might reveal more than just plans for new pavement. The evidence is mounting, undeniable proof that challenges the official story. The archives of the Chicago Historical Society include photographs of pre-1871 buildings, their doorways flanked by arches unmistakably Tartarian in style. Demolition records from the 1893 World's Fair list anomalous materials removed under cover of night, their contents never disclosed. Modern utility surveys confirm the existence of power lines, long disconnected but still mapped beneath the city's bustling loop. And it doesn't stop there. Have you noticed your city suddenly repaving every major street at once? Have you seen the strange symbols etched onto construction barriers, or wondered why infrastructure repairs seem to dig deeper than necessary? It's not just maintenance, it's excavation. They're not fixing the past, they're mining it. As new reports surface, manhole covers rattling, the ground vibrating beneath our feet, we can't help but ask, what are they searching for? And what happens when they find it? The story of Chicago isn't just about a city rising from the ashes. It's about a civilization erased, its remnants hidden in plain sight, and a plan that may be unfolding again, right beneath our eyes. The reset is coming. Are you ready?